Now, folks, I have to tell you about Donate for Destiny. Dicey Cantina is proud to join the Donate for Destiny team supporting Child's Play charity. Child's Play provides toys and video game consoles to hospitals and domestic violence shelters in order to make a children's stay a little bit more comfortable. For every $4 you donate, we will add a light side Destiny token to our Destiny pool for our players. If you donate $10 or more, you get to decide whether the Destiny pool is all dark side or all light side. With every donation, we will read your custom message during the start of the next available recording with our crew. Want to send a message to your friend? Introduce an advertisement of your own podcast? This is your chance. Donate for Destiny is the brainchild of Mark from Coruscant Knights fame, but every good deed deserves a little friendly competition, so be sure to visit our donation page in the show notes for more details. And for this series, we have 2 special guest stars. Joe from the New Republic Radio and Mark from Coruscant Knights will be joining us for Capo to Capo. These guys were a blast to play with, and y'all are in for a treat. If you haven't yet, you need to check out their shows. And with all that out of the way, our story begins as always, on a planet far, far away, a long time ago. Oh, I know a thing you guys don't know. So I know what happens. So this shot is kind of a blind, quick draw shot. But the blaster bolt goes wide. He doesn't hit anybody, but Sindra, the book in your hand, disintegrates as it hits the blaster bolt, and it turns to ash.
Oh no!
It's okay. There's lots of other stuff that we can steal.
I do believe the mission directive was to prevent them from selling the book.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, we're good.
Brac, could you confirm that? I don't know what just happened, but it sounds like something catastrophic. What did we need to do with that book?
Fire. Up in the grand gallery, you hear from Puri. He kind of takes note of what's happened. There's kind of a stunned silence and a criff, and he begins storming off towards his room. He's done if you guys want to be done, but it is PC turns.
I look at the book, back to him, now back at the book, now back to him. And then I look at Skaru, who's unconscious. And
I don't think you can see Skaru.
Oh, really? Is he back in the thing? Okay, well, I'm not going to bother with him then.
Dark.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can see where the book was because it's glowing embers of ash on the floor now. And you can see Puri's silhouette.
Well, if I can't see Skaru, I'm not going to worry about leaving him unconscious in a burning building, I guess. Out of sight, out of mind. So I guess I'm going to let the guy go and maybe pick up some of the ashes and put them in my pockets.
Okay. So where's Sindra at right now?
Sindra has run over to the table of things that are being auctioned off, and she's putting as many things in her pockets as possible.
Okay.
Maybe I'll join her, along with...
Yeah, if we can't get the book, we might as well get this other stuff that is clearly valuable. These items are valuable enough for them to sell to collectors. They are, even if they mean nothing, it's funds for the Alliance.
Sure. I mean, it's my planet's cultural heritage, but yeah, funds for the Alliance.
No, it's not all from here.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, so I start helping her gather things up. And
so if we're dropping out of initiative, then Lo is just going to sprint into the room and go...
Oh, that's right, because he's in the study, yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to sprint in and go, okay, do we have it?
Yes.
No.
Maybe you hear Brac over the comm.
Oh boy. I think he sort of I think he sort of sees Veer pull some of the ashen bits out of his pocket and just goes, oh. See, this, Sindra, is why you get into a field that's a little more permanent than artwork, canvases. They can be easily burned. Buildings, not so much. And then we cut to a shot of the ballroom. which is going up in flames. And he's like, cut back to Lo, and he's just like, well, all that said, you two work on looting. I'm going to set some detonite charges. More permanent.
Right.
So I would love to actually roll a mechanics check with my structural engineering scanner to see what the weakest point in the wall is that we can make a super cool escape.
Meanwhile, Brac kind of comes over the comm. Guys, it's getting too hot down here. I'm heading for the boathouse.
That's a good idea. Get it started, please.
On the move. And then there's a kind of beeping alarm, fire alarm kind of sound. And there's nice red glow now everywhere. The lights kind of come back on, but it's just the emergency lighting, and the sprinklers turn on. So everything's getting wet now.
Well, the book wouldn't have made it anyway.
Yep, average computers check according to the construction materials and environmental interference per the GM's discretion.
So there'd be a setback for the fire alarm and water.
Success, an advantage, and a triumph.
So your structural scanner kind of looks at the walls and all of that, and you see the supports on the either side of this large window on the north wall would be easily blown out, and there's kind of a rooftop like porch off the back, so you can easily get down to ground level out the back that way. That's a success and an advantage.
Perfect.
I have an idea for your triumph, but if you want to tell me what you were thinking.
Sure, I would love a suggestion. That would be awesome.
So you're in the study, you're looking east, and to your left is the north window that we've been talking about. But you also see you're getting that scan, that kind of blueprint scan of the whole room, right? And on the far east wall, that is presumably Puri's master bedroom, there is a clear void in the blueprint that it would be consistent with a safe.
Oh.
And you basically hear / can see through the electronics, or however this would be, but the water is been turned off in his room. And he's mumbling to himself. You guys can hear him thrashing about in there a little bit.
Veer, Sindra, I don't believe all is lost. Yeah, there's a non-zero chance that wasn't the actual book.
I suspected as much.
Yeah,
me too.
I didn't think it was supposed to be brown.
Yeah,
me too from Veer as he empties his pockets of ash.
Right, yeah, just turns over the ash out
Puri's in his bedroom, in the master bed right now, rummaging through a safe that is on that wall, and he points directly to the wall. He goes, Veer, would you like another shot at him?
Oh boy, would I.
If possible, could I... So I can see through the wall up to short range. So can I see, does he have the book in his hands right now? Or a book, something rectangular?
He does not. So the safe doesn't appear open.
Okay.
As you look through the wall. It looks like it's closed. The kind of remainder of the triumph of what you saw was there's a little red blinking line, basically, wiring in the wall. So you don't actually see Puri. You can kind of hear him back there, but it is clearly that he's turned off the fire suppression system in his room before opening the safe.
And there's a blinking line. Does that seem to be like a security system on the safe? Like something attached to it?
It's supposed to indicate the power to this fire suppression.
Okay, cool.
You see green lines, basically the rest of the around the study, everywhere that this water and foam is coming down to suppress the fire that's going on.
But one of them,
it's blinking red because
Gotcha.
he's manually overrided it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
something valuable probably. is there.
So I would love to, before Veer charges in, I would love to try to surprise Hurry with a foam canister to try to tie him up.
Oh, okay.
Should we wait until he opens the safe before we...
Well, that's up to you, I suppose. If you... I could try to slice it, or even just, old-fashioned rip the door off its hinges.
I mean, Brac is fairly large man. Perhaps he could
Brac
just
could carry it, too.
I'm convinced. I'll go. Let's do it.
All right. If nothing else, we, thrash the code out of him.
That's right.
Old-fashioned whooping. So yeah, I'm gonna. I think sort of the shot of this is like we all kind of go into slow motion as Veer charges in. Lo is gonna drop down to one knee, flick open the briefcase, grab it looks like a large, like a can of spray paint, except where the plastic lid would be is like sort of almost like a faucet handle. He turns, pops it, and chucks it in there. So it's got prepare 2, so I will need to spend my maneuver, and I'll take 2 strain to use a second maneuver.
Okay.
Yeah, then I could just toss it through the door at Purry.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm within short range, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So 1 purple. It's mechanics, and
I'll flip a token.
Okay.
Make that a red.
And it does have inferior, so it's got a black die as well. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's add a threat. That's what it is.
Add a threat, and then add a setback for his range defense.
Okay, perfect. Oh, crumb. That is a no-go. It is just a single advantage, which is not even enough to set off the blast.
Yeah.
Bummer. So yeah, Lo shouts, fire in the hole, and throws it in there, and it just clangs on the back wall. I think he just overshoots it.
Well, if it didn't go off and you've already prepared it, you could just use it next time, I guess. Right?
Yeah, maybe you haven't counted down the timer on it.
There you go.
When you popped it, you put it on the 2-minute timer instead of the 2-second timer or what's. I don't know.
Yeah.
You can have access to blow it with advantage by spending your advantage if you want. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that would
Like,
be. You mean
that advantage is that it's not a dud.
Okay.
It just hasn't exploded yet.
Perfect. That would be awesome.
All right. Well then, Sindra and Veer, you both can have a turn. It's kind of a surprise round for Purry.
Do you want to try to do the inspiring rhetoric before we...
Sure. Maybe it'll work.
It's worth a shot.
Oh, it absolutely worked. Let's see. Veer's taking more strain, right? Than Lo.
Well, I have 3, so I'm not sure. But my threshold is on. Yeah.
Either way, I think you're just 1 ahead. Okay, so Veer's going to recover strain, and both of you are going to get a boost for the next 2 rounds. As Sindra says, "This is it. It's not over until it's over. Let's get that book and get out of here." Is that inspiring enough?
Love it.
Veer is amped up.
So Veer?
All right. I adopt a defensive stance this time. So
You go charging in and then on the offense and then backpedal into a defensive stance.
Well, it's like a guarded offensive stance. I mean, I'm ready for him. If he throws that punch again, he's not gonna find me as easy to hit.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he has a blaster, though.
Details. And then, of course, I'll take a swing, and I might as well make it a frenzied attack from a defensive stance. Take another strain.
Every good offense is a good defense.
That's right.
However that phrase goes.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. So that'll upgrade it once, and he's still at what? 1 black, 1 purple, and 1 red.
Yes.
So I got the blue in the upgrade, and we will attack with the Crush Knuckles again. That is a success. Sorry, that is an advantage. So I'm going to recover 1 strain.
There you go.
You need some new dice.
I wasted them all on the last session.
Yeah. Puri takes aim at you and is, get out. He takes a shot at you, Veer.
All right, I'm going to dodge to make him upgraded.
Which I already accounted for.
Since I guess he's shooting at me.
He did shoot at you. So he gets the shot off this time because he's not shooting in the pitch dark anymore. So you're going to take 10 damage and roll a crit for me, Veer.
Jeez.
All right. Agonizing wound. Oh, perfect. Increase the difficulty of all brawn and agility checks by 1 difficulty until the end of the time. All right.
So I'm pretty sure Veer takes the shot kind of in the upper shoulder, and he's going to have this really fancy scar that some other vigilantes we know have. And it's agonizing.
It is. He'll be able to compare scars with the best of them at this point.
Did we say we were all in short range?
You're all in short range because you're kind of like right in the. It's a big, master bedroom, but it's not that big, and so everybody's kind of within short range of each other. I imagine Sindra and Lo are kind of by the door, so they got their back to the kind of the grand gallery. And Veer stepped in through the door and is between y'all and Puri. The wall closest to you, essentially to your left for Sindra and Lo, is the wall that has the safe to it. So you're closer to the safe than Puri is right now.
Okay.
So, and then you can have another round. It's just the one NPC, so we don't have to roll initiative. Oh, do you guys call Brac? Is he coming back? I mean, I know he's heading to the boat, but
he's heading to the boat. He's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have him spool up the boat. If it's cool if I take this slot, quote unquote, I would love to try to set a detonate charge on the other side of this safe to blow a hole in the wall so we can just pull the safe through the other side.
How big is this safe?
It's a wall safe. It's
okay.
Yeah,
I was expecting like something that's on the floor.
It's a hidden safe. You know, you raise the painting, and behind it, there's kind of this.
All right.
It's large enough to fit a book and maybe a couple books, some credits.
Oh, a book, huh? Okay.
Larger, so it's about the same size as a bread box. That's the only time I've ever been able to actually say that.
Accurate.
Because who uses bread boxes these days? Okay, cool. So yeah, can I, if I estimate this with my, since I do have the ability to see into the structure of this wall, I'm not going to blow up the safe, right? In theory.
In theory, you might be able to shape the charge, yes.
Perfect.
Let's pull up this explosives guide here.
So yeah, detonite I can use as a weapon, but it does say used for demolitions and for sabotage. Not for use as a weapon, but can be used to provide a distraction or other advantage set up by a simple trigger or a comlink.
Yes.
Cool.
Which is what we want to make sure is that detonite isn't on the planetary scale, like the beradium charge, I think. Yeah, you're good.
I didn't accidentally, put a tiny nuke in my backpack, did I?
No, you didn't.
Great.
I think you're good. So all explosives deal damage to all targets within the blast radius of the device.
Short range.
Just short range for you guys.
We're all within short range.
Oh, yeah, but I can set it off. I can trigger it with my comlink.
The study behind you guys at the other end of the mansion would be the minimum safe distance.
I don't see any problems with this.
Cool.
Cool. What would be the check to set this properly?
So you're going to use mechanics.
Yep.
All right. And then your difficulty is related to how many charges you want to set. So easy is 1.
Okay, yeah, I'm just going to use 1.
Then to not blow the stuff up in the safe, we're going to add 2 setback dice and treat it like a called shot.
Perfect. That makes sense to me. Can I get a blue for having the structural engineering goggles?
You may,
Okay.
and I'm going to flip a token to change your purple to red.
I would love to do the same, actually, too. I was going to suggest that.
Okay. So flip that back. So the pool stays the same. You guys have 3 left. I have 4. And the main reason, I mean, just so we're all clear, the main reason to make sure that you roll a red dice is despairs means it detonates.
Right. Yep. All right, here we go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's looking mighty good. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes, and one of them is a triumph.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hot diggity.
Maybe you set it up so that you could just trigger it and still be very close to it.
I think we have some possibilities to play with the triumph, because a triumph is a big thing. If I read this correctly, just so that we all are on the same page, my interpretation of what additional plus 10 damage means when you roll successes is that this detonite charge is causing 65 points of wound damage when it goes off. I think that, you rolled the 2 black die with that, the setback. So you've properly shaped the charge so that it won't destroy everything inside the safe. And basically you'll have access, because I picture you're doing this on the far side, right? Inside the grand gallery instead of the bedroom. So when the dust clears, you're able to access the safe from that side. The triumph, essentially, kind of what I hear you getting towards is when you push the detonate, it's an incidental. It doesn't have to happen on this very turn, and it doesn't cost you a turn next round. You could be standing almost next to it, and it's shaped in such a way that the blast goes into the bedroom. However much you want to warn Veer.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. So yeah, Lo runs over to the wall.
If I may, I'm sorry, I have one more suggestion for you, because you did keep that foam canister alive too, and you did throw it deep into the room, and this is a triumph. You could argue that it goes off and grabs Purry while Veer makes a hasty exit.
We could also have it so that it grabs Veer and covers him in foam and protects him from the explosion.
That's what I was wondering, if that would be. Okay, cool.
Does the foam harden, please?
Please.
For a triumph, I think it can harden.
I mean, I just want to have to carry Veer out of here. That's all.
Yeah, it adds to repairing structures and vehicle hulls. So I think it's like Flex Seal, basically.
Right.
Okay.
Cool. So yeah, Lo runs over to the wall. Lo stops talking, which is a unnerving sign. He runs over to the wall, flips open the briefcase again, flicks through it, grabs a detonite charge, and starts like slapping it up against the wall. And Sindra, you're just like doing the basic math of like, no, we're all way too close. That's not a good idea. And Lo's just like, come on, here we go. And he stands up, he has like his finger on the side of his glasses, because that's where his comp link is. He's like, Veer, if I were you, I would dive at a 97-degree angle directly to your back and right in 3, 2, 1.
Cut to outside. Brac is just a few steps away from the boathouse. Behind him, over his left shoulder, the entire northeast wing of the mansion explodes out. That's all for this week, and I want to say a special thank you to Mark and Joe for joining us. Be sure and check out their shows for more lovable antics. I know I will. If you're enjoying the show and want to help us grow, tell us about it on Twitter at Dicey Cantina, or drop us a line at diceycantina@gmail.com, or send us a voice message over at anchor.fm/dicey-cantina. We may even play those on air. Of course, subscribe and rate us on your favorite podcatcher and YouTube. And don't forget about Donate for Destiny. Muck about with our Destiny pool and help children in difficult medical and familial situations have a little bit easier time through Child's Play. The Donate for Destiny team can't reach our $500 goal without your help, so please give if you can. Links all are in the show notes, and we'll see you next week in the Dicey Cantina.